Get ready. All right. So I got my live feed on Instagram and Facebook and all other social media platforms. Hi, I'm your sister, Cynthia J, aka Cynthia Jones. No, I am your birthing doula, postpartum doula, your psalmist, and your healer. Welcome to today's show on the topic, why are our people still in the sunken place? So if you got a chance, go ahead and hit that share button that you have right on your page or the post that you have. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. It is necessary. Hit that share button. Give me some thumbs up, some comments. If you had a good Mother's Day, for those, again, happy Mother's Day for those who had an amazing Mother's Day. I pray for those who had enjoyed their time and spent, but we won't be on here too long today. I'm going to be on here probably for about 20 minutes. But if it is willing by the ancestors and the great divine for us to be on here a little longer, so be it. But today's topic is y'all paying attention. And I mean, it's a powerful topic. And I got to thank God for this topic because it was very well needed and necessary. And a lot of times we don't talk on certain things long enough to talk on them. So if you hadn't had a chance, look at that topic right on the top screen for those who are on Restream. The episode 19, why are some of us still in the sunken place? Why are some of us still in the sunken place? And this is a topic that's been talked about. Some of us who've seen the movie Get Out, which was a good movie. For those who are unaware of it, and for those who are aware of it, you need to share it with your family members. If you got to text it, if you got to email it, if you got to write it down on a piece of paper, a sticky pad, and stick it on their refrigerators or on the door when they leave out, they need to watch it because it is irrelevant for today's topic. Today's topic is on this because as I sit back and observe around me, I continue to see our people stuck in the sunken place. And this is also a reason why I was led to talk about this because I've talked about this with a few people, a few of my sisters, and we share things that go on in the workplace and at home with certain family members or family members who's not living in your home or people you meet in the grocery store or other public places, and you see their interaction and where their mindset is. And sometimes you sit back and you be like, what is going on? Normally you would think that's something that children would do. However, the children are becoming a little bit more ahead of even adults. And it's a sad thing, but sunken place. I know y'all hear these lovely birds in the trees, and I'm outside today basting and loving on it right now. But even the animals understand what's going on. Nature understands its duty, and nature even see that the people are all over the place. So why are my people still in the sunken place? Well, I'm gonna tell you why they're still in the sunken place. I'm gonna tell you why our people are still in the sunken place. Because they still continue to be comfortable. They continue to be comfortable in what they were taught to be okay. They continue to be comfortable because that's what society agenda is pushing forth. So as prime example, we hear for those who, read the Bible and other spiritual books, spirituality books outside of the Bible, speak of people who are still sleeping, like the walking dead. Our people out here are still becoming the walking dead. So when are we going to have that antidote for people to wake up? You know, some of them they receiving the antidote, they're trying, you can see them pushing forth, and they're beginning to become woke, but they haven't fully awakened. So they need some more of that antidote. Others are still in that sunken place because they haven't been led away out of that sunken place. Some know that people are in a sunken place and haven't put themselves out there to help them to find a way to reach through the tunnel, to gravitate, that knowing that they the light, to walk through that tunnel out of that dark sunken place. Look what's going around us. Some of us people are still eating the foods that we're eating. And we know what's wrong. We know what's being done to our food, but yet we're still in that sunken place because we're still comfortable in what we was raised to eat. We're still comfortable. So, by all means, being comfortable into a sunken place is not a good thing. Even on this another topic I talked about that still merges with this topic is that when people get too caught up in religious stand and not sticking into the divine spirit. We get so caught up in man's religion. It can be religion on an everyday thing on TV. Hey, cuz I see you, beautiful baby, on TV, and they're getting so caught up in the news media. The news media is not even telling us the truth half of the time because we don't understand that the people that's behind the news media that we watch on Fox and NBC and Good Morning America and CNN and all of these, they are hiding the divine truth that's being told and giving us partial information for us to be misled in the direction. So then we continue to be stuck in the sunken place. Think about that. Look at all the stuff that's happening, nationally and internationally. Just like I was talking to one of my sisters in the UK. She was telling me some things, what they see over here, and then I'm telling her some things what we see from over here, over there. And we realize the agendas behind the people that govern us. We realize the agendas behind the food, behind, the music industry, behind society, everything. It's a big corporation. We set and stuck right up in it. But some of us don't even want to even get out of it. So we get so comfortable that that's all we know. And we wonder why we end up in the same issues over and over and over and over again. We can't even break these generational curses because we still got other people that's still digging the hole for us to continue to be in the sunken place. Like, for real, when are we going to wake up? For some of you who are out here that really know and see it, don't be scared. If you are handpicked and chosen to know and knowing what's going on out here and see what's going on out here, pick up the baton. I love how my spiritual mom said, my spiritual father said about a few weeks ago when he was ministering, and not every church has a real spiritual parents that will be doing the work of God and telling you the truth and still holding them own selves accountable. But what my spiritual father said, he said, if you running in the right direction and letting God lead you, letting the great divine lead you, you'll be able to pass the baton to the person who's a friend so they know which direction to go. We got so many people that have batons but don't know which direction to go. So then guess what? They're making the other people get stuck in a sunken place right along with you. We can't continue to walk in that manner. We can't continue to go in that place. And I'm seeing stuff like my husband. I see how sometimes he share, things with the black men, and I love that about him. And I see how some people respond to it. And I'm like, hey, they don't want to be tagged into the videos. They don't want to know the truth. So you rather think that the lie is the truth and continue to look at the truth as a conspiracy and look at the truth as a lie and still walk in that mess? I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? You still want to walk in that mess? Let me share something with you. The generation of the children now are failing because of our ancestors from our elders' time. And I'm not talking about ancestors further back 300 to 500 years ago. I'm talking about the ancestors of 60 to 50s now. Come on, because some of them have failed us. They get us all scared and fearful about the things that's going on. And every time I turn around, I'm seeing that the kids are all over the place because they don't want to listen to those who are still doing and still flowing in the same uncomfortable stand. We stagnant. How much more are we going to continue to be stagnant? Come on now. To my sisters, how much more are we going to continue to be stagnant? For the ones who know that they on the right path, on the right accord, this is not for you. Same thing to my brothers. This is not for you. If you on the right accord, you going out here and you helping the youth and you being participating, you're doing some volunteer work, you're doing things that will benefit our people and not get them comfortable and not keep them in the same pattern just to get them above and that's it. No, we got to continue to elevate. We got to continue to get there. to the highest of highs. We got to continue to get there. We cannot continue to be comfortable no longer. No longer. The sunken place is a place where it's a place where the agendas that are out here to put us in a box, as we know for our ancestors, captivity. It's in our music. And when I say music, this is not down in my people's music. I'm talking about how music has been corrupted and flipped now. It's being marketed in the wrong manner. Music used to be about love, educating us about, police brutality, letting children know that they can be like Nas. I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I can be what I want to be. My daughter gets up and she say, I know I can be what I want to be if I work hard at it. And I mean the balance and the strongness and the structure that's in it. For a child to speak that in themselves. I see my real brothers out here promoting some real stuff, because a lot of the stuff like the TV, what's with the cartoons and the TV shows, they are bringing mix of so many mixed agenda things in it that is corrupting us. And we don't even see the corruption for some of us. Some of us do see it and we don't care. We got comfortable with it. We accepted it. So that's what it is. And we figure, oh, it's not my problem. Leave it there. Why would you do that? You continue to put yourself in a sunken place doing that. You continue to bring your children and your children's children into the sunken place until somebody of a generation like myself, or amazing brothers and sisters like Vicky Dillon and Tariq Nasheed and Sin God and NYC Love Girl sister and all that. Forgive me if I'm mumbling a little bit, but again, even brothers and sisters, elders like Dr. Francis and Rashad Ali and all these amazing Malcolm. I mean, even before that, brothers and sisters of ancestral elders who paved the way of the truth. I was listening earlier to a video that Willie D was speaking on, and I was like, it's funny. I know he's been seeing other podcasts and TikToks and feeds and other Instagram reels and so forth and Facebook reels. And I know he's been hearing about all of the stuff that's been going on in the food. I know he's probably followed the late Dr. Sabi, rest in peace, and so forth. But in my mind, I'm like, when he was mentioning how some of the things that the CDC was allowing, he said CDC, but I believe he also really meant to say FDA. And a lot of the things that other countries don't allow overseas, we allow over here. I noticed, like I was telling the sister, I said, you don't see Skittles a lot lately. You notice that you don't see other foods and things lately. But then they'll allow a little small amount of something else to be in the food, like rubber and bread and other chemicals and dyes and things that are causing the issues that we having. Like, how many children back in the day that we know was allergic to peanut butter? I know I wasn't. That cheap brand old peanut butter back in the day. And then back then, peanut butter and all these other products didn't have soybean oil, didn't have soy lecithin, didn't have any of these chemical things. As they say, plant-based. I love how that word plant-based. When I hear that word, I think of like a plant, a manufactured area, a plant that, be mixing chemicals and other man-made ingredients together. When I hear that, so just imagine that being in our food and what you think that's doing to us. Just imagine now, like I was listening earlier again today, and it was just so many other things that was going on that we got to fight through. We got to fight through. Why is it real with us? Because it's not enough of us, regardless of what our thoughts are, our thoughts of opinions, what we believe, instead of seeing the fact of what's going on and knowing the truth of what's going on. To stand up, to work together so we can survive continuously. I mean, we can survive through anything, really. But I'm starting to see more and more of our people in the sunken place. They was in a sunken place when they took the VAT. They was in a sunken place when they continued to allow the media to feed them the wrong things that's going on and make us think one thing when really the truth it was the opposite of that. We're still in a sunken place because we don't have correction. We don't make correction. We don't fight against what's right and wrong. What's about nature. We allowing man that governs us, the government, to come in and try to tell us how to raise our children, try to correct us. I mean, no offense, I understand that there's certain things that may need a law, but the people were the one that governed the law, not man's out here trying to govern us. How is it that other countries overseas, the people govern the government so that we can know how to govern the law over there, but over here we got to fight? Why? Because we're dealing with big corporations that own us. We're cattle. But until some of us wake up and stop being in a sunken place, we're going to continue to allow ourselves to be stuck in that hole, in that place that you think that's the light at the end of the tunnel. We've been told that they say, oh, when you're in a dark place, follow the light. When I hear that, I think of who was the movie? Shoot, I don't forgot the name of the movie that fast. Poltergeist. There you go. Poltergeist. Carol Ann, come to the light, Carol Ann. Come on now. Think about it. Sometimes what we think is the light is not the light. We are the light in the darkness, not the other way around. Not all this hidden lies and stuff that we've been told all these many years. A sad shame, but again, how much more are we going to allow ourselves to be in the sunken place? Come on, people. Come on. How much more you going to allow yourself to be in that hole? That hole that been so beautified. It's almost like looking at another movie and you see how they show a scenario where this place looks so beautiful. And then when you get in there, you be like, oh, snap, what is this? Hell, I had a child tell me one time. And I was surprised a child realized it. She said, this earth we live in is hell, isn't it? I looked left and the right and I was like, wow. Out of the mouth of babes has realized this. So I'm saying to you, don't allow people to allow you to be in the sunken place. Don't allow our government system and these big corporations to be in a sunken place. Just as much as some of us who are religious and we read the word of God that says, my people perish by the lack of knowledge. We perish because we lack knowledge of knowing what is the true divine knowledge about what's really going on. What is really the hidden secrets? Why won't they let us in the archives area to find out the truth about us? Why they're so competitive to hide us from the things that's going on? And why are we so naive and not want to really know? Why are we so comfortable to continue to be what we are and continue to allow our children and our children's children to continue to do the same things that they're doing? Like what's going on with the food. Yeah, I'm going to spit this part, Gabe, because this is a part of the sunken place, guys. How many of you know that the food coloring, the soybean lecithin, and all these artificial ingredients, you hear it, you read it, it says, oh, organic. Half the time they really ain't organic. They're really not. It's a camouflage to fool you to think that it is natural when it's not. And then you wonder why you have fibroids, women, sisters. Then you wonder why you got thyroid cancer, brothers, or cancers. Do you know that I've been seeing and hearing more people within the last 7 years, even young kids being diagnosed with cancer? I mean, it's crazy. If a dog will not eat McDonald's food, that should tell you something. The food that you buy, throw it out on the ground, see if the dog will eat it. I seen a video where the dog wouldn't eat the chicken nuggets. I tried it one time before back in the day, and noticed a cat wouldn't eat it. Or a squirrel. They know when something is artificial and when it's real. They know. If a squirrel can eat the smallest strawberries that grow as a weed, eat dandelion, eat mushrooms out of your own yard, that should tell you that that is natural for you to eat. I have met people that don't even watch TV. I don't even watch TV like that. I try, this generation, they are so into electronics that it's crazy. I've had my daughter had to ask me a question one day about a few stuff. And see, children, they so influenced by what they see, and people are so influenced by what they see and hear that they don't think that there's anything wrong with what they're hearing and listening to sometimes. Certain things lower your frequencies, your vibration. Other things that we entertain are really corrupting us and we don't even see it. I love that. Even prime example, you see how now government's getting involved in trying to eliminate TikTok in these places because they're saying that the Chinese are trying to hack government information in places and so forth and so forth. And that partially may be true. But did you ever think they also want to eliminate, because there's so many of us that are on these social medias revealing and exposing the hidden truths? Think about that. The hidden truths, articles. Back in the day, we didn't have access to these things, guys. Guys, we were stuck in the sunken place. We only knew what was shown on news media or what you read in the newspaper. You had the radio stations, you had TV news, and you had newspaper. Three things. And word of mouth, if somebody spoke it, think about that. Not so many people had access to these things. Now it's so much access, it's like good versus evil. And this is where, again, social media comes involved. Social media has its good and its bad, positive, negative. As some of us would, when it comes to the science, negative is good, positive is negative. When it comes to science, the bio area of science. But for others, they were expected to be the opposite. But these things are affecting our livelihood, hidden agendas with people in their sexualities. Look at what's going on with our children, and with the kids and what they're doing in the public schools. I be listening to, like, okay, prime example. I was telling my daughter one day and I allowed her to get a book from the library. And I asked her what she learned out the book. Oh, mommy, did you know that beef gives its iron and soybean give you iron and such to give you iron? But mommy, didn't you say soybean wasn't good for you? I said, aha. So you are listening and paying attention. I said, in the public school system, they're going to make you think that these things are good for you because we are on a westernized pyramid food chain. Dairy, meats, breads, beans, fruits. And pay attention to the food chain, how to do it. But what do we fall for? The meats, the dairies, the starches, and the beans. But she remembered what I said, soybean. Soybean is in every product that you eat now. Mayonnaise. Come on now. Mayonnaise. It is even in peanut butter now. It is in so many other products. And these things build the estrogen up, too much estrogen, and causes fibroids, causes cancer. I told her, I said, now, beef, I said, you want to know what you really can get your iron from? Fruits and vegetables. But you got to know the right fruits and vegetables to eat. I'm using these as examples how we end up in the sunken place. In our school system, what they're educating our kids. This is something I talk about with my husband all the time, that we have to educate our children first. And as I tell our daughter, I said, the first teachers is your master teacher, and that master teacher is your parents. And I always say to my daughter, not every parent is a good parent. With all due respect, not every parent is a good parent. They're not. Some parents only know what they learned because our mothers, our fathers, what they knew. But those who really had very well knowledgeable, I don't even want to really stick on the word educated, knowledgeable with wisdom and with truth, parents that knew that. How many of you guys still out there eating watermelon with barely no seeds in it? And you think it's doing you justice? It's altering your DNA. These are things that we teach our daughter and my nieces, my nephews as much as I can, my spiritual nieces and nephews as much as I can, so that they won't be in that sunken place like I was. It was if it wasn't for me going to a historical black college, and even though some of the things at the historical black college now is different than what it was back when I was coming up. Times has changed a little bit. Some of the stuff changed. Scenarios a little bit changed. However, if it wasn't for me going in and having an amazing professor that I always highly remember, told me, know thyself. He spit so much information that it overwhelmed my brain. To the point I was like, well, why is they saying this over here, but we seeing this, and this is what they're teaching us. He said, it is to keep you at a level of bay. Because if you knew how to tap into your higher self, they got to fight you off. Look at what's going on with our amazing brother Islam. Salute to you, brother. You know, brother Islam is, I got to give him props because he fought the amazing uncle, father, mentor, influencer across the nations and international, Mr. Farrakhan. And he is taking the time to go out here and get on these panels and fight what the CDC on them allowing. But he needs more people like us to know what's really going on. He's getting up with other doctors who fall back from the government of our own government, the westernized society. They got out of that sunken place. Nurses too. Some of them have lost their lives because they exposing what's really going on behind the scenes. They exposing what's really going on behind the scenes. And we need to see this. We need to know this. How are these things being allowed? Because we're allowing it. How much more are we going to continue to allow? How much more? What are we going to do about it? We can sit back and talk about it all day. But what are we doing about it physically? My people, my brothers and sisters, what are we doing about it? I'm noticing even how the media platforms we on. We need more our children to know coding, to make more black media apps so we can get off of Facebook and all that. Because Facebook, Meta owns everything. They own Instagram, they own here, they own WhatsApp, they own everything. Haven't y'all noticed that? We need to get back and stop relying on the grocery stores and stuff and start learning how to plant our own food, how to make our own creams, how to heal our own self. We need some more herbalists, healers out there. I'm one of them. People know me up here. Every time when I get up here, I post on my page. I don't know if they think I'm a joke or what. I really don't know. I don't even be trying to figure and find that out. But do you know your sister is a herbalist? Certified herbalist, a certified healer spiritually? Me and another sister with Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula. We are here to help you, much as you are here to help us so we can grow together. We don't do stuff just prematurely. We don't. So what are we going to do about it? But you'd be very amazed. Some people didn't even know we had a business, that we didn't know that we was birthing doulas and postpartum doulas and so forth. We help each other to influence, to encourage, to uplift, to hold each other accountable. Iron sharpening iron. We even spit knowledge that some people didn't even know we even had. Some stuff that I even come across those who have degrees and higher than me. I've had people say, why didn't you further your degree? I don't need a master and doctorate and all of that. I can self-educate. Self-educate, pick up a book, and if it connects me and I can feel the great divine in it, I soar with it. I saw with it. But I also had to tune in with nature itself. Because everything around us, God made. Everything around us, the Creator made. Everything around us made us the part of the Creator who lives within us to do what we do. Think about it. So everything around us, we got to tap back into that. We got to birth that back. But I don't think everybody's serious though, for some. Oh, but it's not, it's easy and said and done. Yes, it is. This is not to make anybody feel uncomfortable. This is not to come against other cultures or other races. However, the truth is the truth. Said the truth will set you free. Know the truth. And don't know what seemed to be the truth, which really ain't the truth. So again, I ask you, what are you going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? How are we going to handle this? Like for real. How are we? So I leave this with you. Why are we still in the sunken place, brothers and sisters? Why are we still in the sunken place? How are we going to handle this? Seriously. We are a race of people who are still surviving. We have survived and surpassed over 500 years. We have. We have survived over past 500 years. We have multiplied. But the problem with the multiplication for some of us, we can multiply, but the division is necessary and unnecessary. So right now, the times we are in, the division is necessary because we need to know who is really in the group. We don't need no more issues that is sabotaging our generation, like it sabotaged Malcolm X and what he was doing, but it didn't stop the mission what he was doing. No more sabotage like I did the Black Panther. No more sabotage like I did Martin Luther King Jr. We don't want to make these any more holidays. We need for some root, brown foundational root stuff that needs to be put out and put down on place in our homes, wherever we plant our feet. Because at the end of the day, our biggest enemy is ourselves. We can sit out, but our biggest enemy is ourselves. Think about that. Every day you look in the mirror, you're looking at a generation. You're looking at the next generation that's going to feed, the next generation that's going to be hungry, the next generation that needs to be built up to be influencers. We need those influencers. We need our generation to be influencers in a way where our young ladies know how to sew and cook and have other trades. We need and our young men know how to work on cars, do carpentry, plumbing, know how to build, know how to garden, know how to do agriculture. We need these things. But I'm starting to see now they don't have home ec in schools no more. That I don't know how long. Now you got to go for a sewing class and got to go to that and pay for that. Used to have that in the schools. We're not seeing enough foundational, ground-rooted, grass-rooted, strong-rooted moms who are mothers who are maturely growing every day and not becoming just what society has allowed. Shoot, people, I'm noticing grandmothers becoming grandmothers early at the age of 50 and 40. And then turn around and have a child of their own. So then they're a grandmama with their child, and then their child had a child. And then them children growing up being uncle and nephew and auntie and niece. More ahead of time than normal. So I say to you this before I close out. Have you and why are our people and are you still in a sunken place? Are you still in a sunken place? So I'm going to leave that for your thoughts and for you to comment on this feed. Please share your comments and your concerns. What can we do together? If you'd like to sponsor the Cynthia J Show. Hit your sister up. That definitely would be appreciative. If you like to book me for seminar events or uplifting, encouraging songs and many others for the youth or for the community, you can definitely hit me up on my email, cynthiaj.gospel. You can also find me on Linktree/CynthiaJ, or you can hit me, DM me if you on Facebook under Cynthia J. Hey, Rob, it's good seeing you, love. Good seeing you. Or you can also hit me up on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on those platforms. And for those who don't know, I'm on Melanated. I will be getting back in tune with Iron Sharpens Iron. This month has been really busy, and your sister's getting busy. For those who don't know, June 3rd, I am excited. June 3rd, we are having a conference with amazing, gorgeous, beautiful sister, Prophetess White, for the I Am conference in Greensboro, North Carolina at the Hampton Inn. It is going to be at 12 p.m. For those, you better hurry up if you haven't had a chance. Again, I will be sharing these links again, posting them. Forgive me if I haven't posted enough, because like I said, there's been so much going on. So many people try to reach me. I'm always busy. But those who be trying to reach me, if you really want to reach me, email me. I'm not going to always answer my phone. I do apologize. But even your sister needs a break sometimes. So with that being said, tune in. I'm excited. Also next month, and forgive us guys for Hot Mix Radio, my brothers, my amazing brothers. Happy birthday to Giles. Woo-hoo. They had the Soul Festival that was supposed to be going on last weekend, but it had to be postponed due to the weather conditions. So check me out and my other amazing spiritual brother, Jarrell Gordon, and many other artists and food vendors and other vendors of products on June 10th at 3 p.m. at Soul by the River. That event is free. But for the I Am, you got to purchase some tickets. You better hurry up and get them before she cut off. She said it will not be tickets sold at the door, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, sister, she would definitely let me know. Anything else I'm forgetting? No. Also, if y'all don't know who y'all want to, check out as in other medias, instead of listening to the news media, y'all could definitely go on YouTube or any other platforms. You'll hit up Brother Jason Black, the Black Authority. Hit up Tariq Nasheed. Hit up Vicky Dillard. Another good thing to learn history from, the Voice of the People. That's a good platform on Instagram. You will learn a lot of educational things, stuff that will be for the sisters. Also hit up Sing Guy. My brother had a book. I shared it on my story. So if y'all haven't got a chance, go in my Instagram or my Facebook story. I'm going to try to repost it back on my Facebook, though, because, for some reason, I don't know what's going on, guys, but I think Instagram is trying to stop me from sharing stories, because I be sharing and posting so much other stuff from, like, my brothers like Tariq, Vicky Dillard, Sing God, NYC Girl, all of them. And, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of change in it, in the uplink. So keep that eye out. I did notice that. And so I was like, I can't share it. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this thing. So I had to download and upload. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold y'all up. But again, check me out. For those who will be in Greensboro, North Carolina at the Hampton Inn, I will be there ministering/performing. I'm excited at the I Am conference with Prophetess White. Oh, before I forget, last but not least, I need y'all to get up there and check out my sister, my spiritual sister, Latanya Blue. She made me these amazing earrings. I really got to wear them on. I wanted to wear them on for the Soul by the River, but again, it had to be postponed. So she is doing amazing pictures. Remember, your sister's been elected also for the Elite Businesswoman. And I will be posting that your truly has been posted and published in the Elite Business magazine. So I will be sharing that, and please purchase the magazine. It's digital and it can be mailed to you. So I will post that on my page. Please stay tuned. I love you guys. Thank y'all for always supporting me. Thank you for being encouraging. Thank you for allowing me to uplift you, encourage you, give good criticism, to give correction on the bad criticism, all of these things. We all need to, criticize good and bad. We all need to hold each other accountable no matter where we at. So this goes for the women, even though my show is holding us women accountable, this still goes for my brothers and vice versa. So I love you guys. Stay tuned for more information and share the love back. I mean, I'm not worried that people don't, really share, because at the end of the day, I know that my music and this show is not mine alone, because it's for you, it's yours, and it's uplifting people. So if you are on YouTube, please go on YouTube, look up Cynthia J. Make sure you look up Cynthia J. Type in my music, type in the name of my song, because sometimes there's more than one Cynthia J, and you will see a whole bunch of other people. So with that being said, type in Cynthia J, my stories for your glory, stretch your faith, God turn it around, Holy Spirit, whatever song was your song, type it in and go hit up on that live feed, and you're going to see all my other podcasts. So with that being said, peace and love, namaste, and shalom to you. Enjoy your week. Let your beginnings be your beginnings, and your end circle back around to your beginnings. Remember, everything you manifest out of your mouth, words can hurt or birth. Words can also be used as spells. Be careful, because some people don't realize that. That's why I don't even use the word good morning anymore. I use the word grand rising, because I rise with the sun. I'm alive. Because good morning means you're mourning the dead, and we ain't dead no more. We gonna rise. We gonna rise high until we hit the sky. And grand day to y'all. And let this be an amazing beginning. I don't say weekend no more. Let this be an amazing beginning for you, this new cycle around. So peace and love and blessings. I love you guys.
Hey fams, grand day. It's your sister Cynthia J. Check me out every Tuesday on Iron Sharpens Iron on Clubhouse platform for at least 30 minutes to 1 hour. It's at 6 p.m. You don't want to miss. So stay tuned and watch all my social media platforms. Love you. Be blessed.